We have Bowser's story, but what about Bowser's inside story?
You wanted the intro for that?
Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I want. I have to keep it Mario themed. I know what you guys are gonna say. I have to make sure you guys stay on track.
No, 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 no.
Jake.
I had a
Jake,
Mario theme.
Okay, all right. Well.
Jake, that sounds like the plot for the next Doctor Mario game audience, where he
No,
tries playing
No, it's
Operation
actually a
on
game. It's
Bowser's
actually a
body.
game.
yeah, that's one of the only Mario RPGs I've beaten, which was like Mario and Luigi Bowser's inside story.
Okay.
The plot was Bowser had to save the kingdom while Mario and Luigi had to save him from the inside. So
Wow.
yeah.
My intro was going to be, I can't believe they had that little star say he was hooked on the brothers. They could have had anyone else say that line, it would have been better.
Sure.
But the little star is hooked. That's the way you save it from?
They should have had Bowser say, "What can I say?
That's what I was saying. Like,
on
you
the
had perfect
brothers."
setup for Bowser to say at both sides of this film. And you told the little star to say that line.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Let's just jump into it. Oh, what the fuck? Let's do it.
You don't need
Welcome
no
to
idea.
Back Live. You all know that spiel, so you all know who we are. You love us,
Yeah.
you hate us, but yeah, as long as you're watching us, that's all that matters. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Movie
Anyway.
review time is Cryptid, Jake, and Austin, which is not here. Okay, let's just jump into it. This movie does not deserve your full intro. You understand me?
That's true. We're gonna rip out the substance as the movie ripped out any potential substance in it. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I'm getting a little.
Yeah.
Cryptid, I just want you to realize you're not into the gaming war, so you don't know.
Right.
But
Not that much audience.
no,
All
no.
right.
So this is the first time in history where you can definitively say, oh, "Yeah, Sonic just blowing Mario out the water." It is
Right.
Whoa. What?
Sure. Well, you know what? Maybe you don't feel that way. What Cryptid? How did you feel about the film?
Okay, I gotta give a disclaimer, audience. Like, so I in order to come to this review, audience, I had to watch this movie last night because that was the only opening I had in my schedule. The last viewing at night, which was around 10:30 p.m. Right, and I tried my best, but I ended up dozing off midway into the film. Not that it was a bad film; it's just I was tired. It was an exhausting Saturday. Why did this movie have to come out during tax season, audience? You answer me that, So.
Because most kids ain't doing taxes, bruh.
That's true.
Hey, I'm considering. Hey, what about the OG Mario fans? Did you ever think about that?
Think about which they will cater to. Which they will cater to.
Yeah, audience, us OG Mario fans have to do taxes this time.
You can't even.
The OG Mario fans is why the game still costs $70. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Blame you. But what? But not
me.
Like,
oh, the OG fans. They grew up.
I did watch. There you go. I mean, but from what I saw, I thought it was okay. And but yeah, I did see like some reviews out there to kind of fill in the gaps of the stuff I missed, so I'm up to date. But man, I know there's a lot of people were definitely harsh on this film.
Just so you know, this will be a spoiler review, and to be honest, I don't really. I mean, I already don't care about spoilers, so I might be biased, but I don't really think much could be spoiled. I just think it kind of is what it is. I guess other than cameos and stuff.
I was about to say that the fact they put Star Fox in their actual poster shows you this movie did not give a fuck about spoilers. Okay?
All right.
They didn't care how
So, hey, they kept some other fun cameos and Easter eggs here. If you can see, audience, if you like,
to be fair,
Easter egg games, if you like Easter eggs in movies, you'll love this. Right. Yeah,
hiding Easter eggs is fine. But Star Fox was a secret character. You know what I mean? Like, you would have had no idea he was in this movie. They didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Question, audience. Would Star Fox being in this film had made you want to go watch this film more than you already did?
It did for fans of Star Fox because they
want anything though. They just want.
So it was like you had your regular fans who were gonna see it, and then the Star Fox crowd was like, "Yeah, wait, hold on now."
They're what Mega Man fans used to be before Capcom gave them some love. All right, that's
Star Fox is like one step above Captain Falcon F-Zero fans. All right, they both had a great. This is a real story, by the way. The reason Captain Falcon and Star Fox has not had a game since GameCube was because at the time when they made those games did so well and were so good. They're like, we don't know how to improve the gameplay from here. so we're going to leave it here. And then by the time they want to go back, it was like 3-4 systems down the line. They say, "Oh, I guess we don't care anymore."
Wow.
A slightly that was responsible for them to do, but people want their shit. So
Gotcha.
anyway, Austin, I guess you go next. What your Mario stuff?
What are you asking me?
What you think of the movie?
Your general opinions on it.
Okay, look, you just want something fun, take your kids, just sit down and watch something. It's not terrible. It's okay to like bad films, but this is honestly, objectively, a bad film. But that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It has plenty of other stuff here for you to enjoy if you like Mario.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you came here for an adaptation of the game Super Mario Galaxy, that's not in this film.
Mm-hmm.
You get references to it.
Right.
They almost there, but that's not this film is. I'm telling you that the game. So if you're a big Mario Galaxy fan, I don't think you watch this film. It's crazy to say. But if you're open minded, you're like, well, it's a loose adaptation, whatever. Go ahead. I'll give it like a 5 or 6, honestly.
For me, I just want you guys to know, so for people who don't know, I made my decision as a 5-year-old that I like cool lore and cool shit. All right, and Mario didn't have that. Most times I turn my head. Mario's doing the same thing. So
to be fair to Mario,
right, he has it.
You have it. But the problem is you have to go through like the whole game to see it.
Right. So
it's not in the trailer.
So I looked at. So I was a kid when you were a kid on the playground. You choose between Mario and Sonic. It was wars in the elementary school. And, I looked at Mario. He was still saving that same damn princess for 3 years in my lifetime. So then I looked at Sonic. That dude was fighting a fucking water god. I said, "Oh, well, what the fuck? What's he doing over there?" And I never looked back. So occasionally I made 3 Mario games in my life. I think I've beat 3 to 4. It's an RPG. I guess this to say I'm not the biggest Mario fan. So a lot of these references I don't recognize. I know the obvious ones, but not like the more nuanced ones.
Yeah.
I got on our second viewing. I got a lot more than I initially thought because I was able to pay attention to the background stuff.
Right.
And I can see why the creator of Mario, not the creator of Mario, the creator of something involved this movie, the head of Nintendo, whatever the fuck his name is. I can see why he was like, see if you can count all the cameo stuff.
Right.
Because every scene basically had one. It was kind of ridiculous.
Which I was going to get into. So the reason that Mario is hard to appeal to someone like me is because I like lore in meaningful ways, and I'm not, by the way, this is Mario. This is Mario. So the point of Mario
story, okay?
Right.
Jake, I'm sorry. A story about plumber jumping over mushrooms and turtles isn't that
We're gonna get to that, right? There are people who defend the movie online who say oh yeah, well, what did you expect? It's Mario. I'm like, I don't expect to watch the Mario game as a movie because that's not fun. You know what I mean? When I play Mario, I have fun because I'm playing the game. I can't have fun watching it. I can't have fun watching Mario happen. And so when I say it doesn't have a story, I mean it has a plot, but I need the characters to, and they try. There's some moments in there. It's not
they have a story. The problem is at every place they go to derails the story. They're trying to
and my expectations aren't even that big. I'm just saying I think the first movie did fine.
I had the biggest expectations here.
Right. Mario in the first movie, he's a plumber. He's nobody cares about him. Yeah. He's confident, but no one else is confident in him. That starts to give him some self-doubt. He's given this isekai story where he has to grow and actually get as strong as he believes he is.
He beats up a monkey.
Right, yeah, he beats up a monkey, and then he actually fights someone who's actually 10 times stronger than him, and he, for the first time, loses confidence, but he's capable of picking himself up and trying anyway, and he saves the day. And that is an actual story with an emotional arc. This movie has kind of that. It has the start. Everybody gets a starting point with a story.
We'll get to the groups. We'll get
but nobody really gets a full arc other than maybe Bowser, who kind of skipped some steps. So
he got 2 half arcs that make a full arc.
Right. So I guess this to say, like, well, kids enjoy. I know as a kid, I wouldn't have. I would have said I would, and then would have forgotten everything about it the next day.
Well, to be fair,
Um,
and then the old point of kids movies would be, well, I need my kid to shut up for like 2 hours.
right.
Yep.
But I guess like
This movie's like the equivalent of dangling keys, pretty much, audience. You know.
right. And like I said, and people will always talk about how the movie is like beautifully animated and it has it has a great soundtrack. That's all true. But like for me,
I
it's just
disagree
like,
with the soundtrack. It's alright.
it's not. Yeah, it's just like if you like the OSC from the games, yeah.
Some of the OSC from the games are remade pretty well, but a lot of times they're so distracting or useless references to a different scene that has nothing to do with what's going on that it will take me out as a Mario fan.
Right. So if you're like me and you're like looking for like, I'm not saying huge substance, but just like a little something, you don't get that.
You look more for a cohesive story. That's
right.
Not here.
My expectations would just be better than Mario 1. And it went below that.
It fails. Yeah, it fails.
So I will have to
Mario 1, I'll give like a 7.5. This is clear. Like I think this is clear like a 5.
For me, I'm borderlining a 4.5. I think I'm borderline.
I can see that too.
Yeah,
because when we get into the plot holes in this movie, it's like, hold on now, what are y'all rating, bro?
I think the last thing.
How dare you, as video game fans, not just consume product and be happy with it, right?
Bro, if I
have
to pay $70 for the game and then go pay $40 for the movies and the movie's ass, I'm feeling that way. Okay?
Right.
You got to lower the price on one of these two things. Like both can be high and bad.
Yeah, so things on the screen kind of happen, and they have reasons for happening, but like they don't. There's no slowdown of reflection, really. Even there's like the low point in the film, but it's not really because they pick themselves up right back in.
They even do moments of reference at the like detriment of the film.
Right.
Like there's a whole section of film you just take out.
Yeah.
Okay. And like nothing changes.
Yeah. So it's like and the acting's great. I think the acting's fun. The characters do.
I'll give them that.
Yeah, the acting is fun between all the characters. I never really looked at performance. I was like, oh wow, this is fucking awful.
Yeah, the only voice actor I think I would change would be Fox McCloud. Not that his voice is bad for Fox. What they tried to do with Star Fox, I guess it was fine. But I think Glenn Powell kind of went a little bit too much in some of his emotional scenes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But that's just a personal thing as a fan of the franchise.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I guess what I'm getting at is like it's just not. I barely even say it's a movie. I mean, it's like in terms of like a story, it's not really like a movie story. I feel like you could. Yeah, it's like I don't feel like I need to go to screen. Like when you get like a movie, you want it's a big screen event. And comparing this to Sonic 2, especially Sonic 2 felt like a big screen event. This was Sonic's big adventure, stepping outside of his comfort zone, fighting Dr. Eggman, being a big brother, doing all this other stuff. With Mario, it's just like
Mario goes to space and he don't skip a beat. Like everything in my world just stayed on the planet.
Right. So like Mario's thing is like I go to space, I say princess, I come home. Is it like the games? Yes, but I need a little more in the movie. So
also, like the movie doesn't address that like space doesn't have air. So if you're not a Mario fan, you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
I guess it's not accepted. Yeah. But it is what it is. Mario 4.5, I think ought to be is where I'm settling on it. So I was not hooked on the brothers.
Oh dang! Okay. I mean, for the stuff I saw, like I can't give a full rating myself, audience, because I couldn't see half the movie. I enjoyed myself. I would say like right now it's at a 4 for me. A 4 out of 5 might drop down over time to like a 3.7.
I did see the full film. Like, nah, this looks too.
Okay, but now I did. Maybe you guys can answer this, but did they ever expand upon Mario's story? Seems like he has feelings for Peach in this film.
They have a resolution to that. Yeah.
They have a resolution to that, but
it's contrary to what Nintendo believes, so I don't know how that happened.
That's my problem. They can't spend the whole time telling you these two are just friends, they're not meant to be together and stuff, and then the moment you get a movie, like, yep.
Yeah, actually, so I don't know how that's going down, but
I don't know. I mean, like, who else is there for Mario out there, audience? Really?
There's like thousands of princesses at this point. They keep meeting one like almost every other movie. He got Paulina. That was literally his ex-girlfriend.
Because that's his main princess at the end of the day.
He got Paulina. Hey, she's taller.
Right.
Maybe he likes to climb trees. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. I mean, you always think of Princess Peach whenever you think of Mario audience. It's kind of like a package deal in that sense. You don't think of Rosalina and Mario.
I kind of see it like I see Zelda, where it's like every time. Well, to be fair to Zelda, Zelda's a different continuity, but different version of them every time we see them most of the time.
Gotcha.
So it sometimes they're romantic, some versions aren't. That's because I just go game by game when it comes to Mario.
Right.
Gotcha. I mean, I did like the part in the beginning of the movie audience where it was Peach's birthday, and Mario's gift to her was actually giving her her signature umbrella.
I like how she used it throughout the film.
It was fun, but like in universe, like nigga, that's all you thought about.
Right.
What
Well,
else
I mean,
do you give a
that umbrella
princess?
did some work this movie, so I mean, I'll
No.
give it to her.
Don't say as a person that's fan of the games, I understand why they gave it to her. But I'm thinking of like this the girl you have a crush on, you trying to impress her and stuff, and you're like, let me give her an umbrella for the rain.
Maybe she was like, I need a specific umbrella that I can't get.
Yeah. Just think of it this way.
If she broke it in the movie, who cares?
What are you literally going to give a girl who has a castle?
Not an umbrella. I assume they had those in the castle.
Hey, just saying, the girl who has everything. What else can you give her, audience? You got to give her something.
You take her on an adventure, but you take her on an adventure. You don't give her a material gift.
So.
That's true. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of that expand. I mean, hey, maybe they might do that in a future movie. You never know. So yeah, we'll see where this goes. I mean, we're already gonna get like 2 more Mario movies anyway, so they have plenty of time. So,
all right, go to the first photo.
Okay. Jake, you're in charge of the photos this time. All right.
He's bullying you, Jake. This isn't fair.
No, what? I guess it was this one. Rosalina came up.
Okay. Well, we might as well talk about Rosalina.
Can I go first?
Plot. Wait, plot made no sense. Her plot made no sense.
Her story is terrible. Like I'm cryptid.
Is it because of Brie Larson, Austin? Is it because of her?
I don't give a fuck about Brie Larson.
I just want you to clarify that Austin is judging her based on the character, not the actress. Audience.
Yeah, Twitter.
I like the actress outside of Captain Marvel. She does fine any other film I've seen her in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like her as a person based on some stuff she's had, but I don't care about her as an actress.
So go ahead.
So Rosalina's whole thing is fucking stupid. So I'm gonna start with the backstory. Her and her sister just live on this shitty ass rock.
They're like 18 years apart, by the way, in age. 18 years apart.
She's like 18 years apart. No family. There's not even a house on this rock. What was y'all doing here? This is like the most filler planet I've ever seen. That shit was small as fuck. It feel like that rock's about the big as my house.
Wow.
And then they get attacked by purple smoke, and she sends Peach away. It just doesn't ever go after. Like, we know the pipes can lead to different places, but the problem is that Rosalina, when we see her the first time in the movie, she has some magical storybook that lets her know exactly where Peach is.
Oh, damn.
And everything she's done up until the events of the first movie.
The magic book tells her the story of the first film, which she reads to the Star people. And then the second one is all about Peach's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like an oversight there, audience, from the writing department.
Well, because they want to count, because Galaxy is supposed to be like, Galaxy is I say written. I mean, like, it's a loose story, but it's written like a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale about like a plumber who saves the galaxy and saves the princess, basically. But they don't write it like one, so it doesn't. I don't just kind of buy into it.
But so you have that part, and then people are asking rightfully, why did she go after Peach? People online were like, because they got attacked early in the film. Then you watch it, I'm like, clearly the danger passed enough for her to think she can raise 30 fucking kids.
Right.
Why couldn't she go pick up her sister?
I think so. What I think so, my theory is that the plot was actually supposed to have. They're supposed to have a mom and dad, but I don't think Nintendo likes that idea. So they probably just told them no.
Well, to be fair, even Rosalina's mom and dad is a 1 second flashback.
Right.
And it looks like Peach in a blue dress and fucking Luigi, apparently.
Right, but you don't see it's silhouetted, right?
Mm-hmm. You see the mom, but you don't see her eyes. You see like her face, like her nose down, and it looks like Peach.
Right. but we can't do that. So that means we have to
And then when
redesign
you see
something
the
to make her
back
make
of her
sense.
dad's head, who looks like Luigi.
Right. So we can't
Yeah.
do that. So we probably have to redesign something. They're like, no. But you can use the story though.
I think it's fine. You try to make you want to keep the mom looking like Peach, especially you made her sister. That would make the most sense.
Well, yeah,
I would have had the mom die in the opening, and then her send Peach away for her own good instead of just.
Well, Rosalina and
living her
Peach maybe
life.
go down the same tunnel, and then they get separated because the pipe diverges for some reason, and they're like, oh, where is she? Da-da-da.
But it could like I said, she knows exactly where Peach is. Just decides not to go get her, but cares enough to be like, oh, if something happened to me, you go find my sister. Like what? What the? If you got kidnapped, why the fuck would you leave like the people to your sister? I thought the whole plot was that you didn't want both of y'all to be captured.
My other thing too is like I'm in trouble. Go get my little sibling to go save me. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I think it's our older sibling.
Look at my younger sister, who, depending on what time the attack was, you have no idea how old she is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you telling me she would have kept that same plan if she was like 5.
Right. And then
because she told the kids this off screen.
Right.
Like they already knew to go to Peach if something happens.
The other plan wasn't just to get the Mario brothers because they are proven defenders of the planet.
Well,
don't get the people who saved your sister.
Right.
Wait, this is something I saw like one reviewer said, like wondering, like, you know, the whole idea of like Rosalina asking Princess Peach to come save her is because like the writers don't want it to seem like Mario's going off to save the princess.
But he does, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I think it's more them trying to give Peach agency.
Yeah,
because like realistically, if the plot went like the regular way, Peach would just kind of be along for the ride, and then they'll be forced to give her moments to outshine Mario over the course of the thing.
Yeah,
I think
it was weird just to separate the two plots so they have their own thing going on.
But I think them being a part, but I think that's my problem because they split them up in like 3 different 2 teams at first. It becomes 3. I think my problem with that is like the movie would have been better if it was just like them and Bowser just going on this quest, and then like at some point maybe they get split up, but like not right away. Because what winds up happening is Peach has this very useless scene that's only to show that she's a badass fighter. Yeah, and I'm like, it goes on for a long fucking time for no reason. Like, I'm like, Jesus.
So Rosalina spent the whole movie basically as a damsel in distress. She's powerful. Every time she tried to do something, Bowser Jr. just beats her up really. And
it's funny because Peach can't be that, but Rosalina can. So.
And, and then the moment Peach saves her just by putting her hand on a glass and activating some Franklin Richards cosmic power that Peach never had before, or didn't use outside the scene at all.
But they made them the Elsa and Frozen situation. Yeah, they combined their powers. Yeah.
And it was like, why did you use Galaxy's plot? This could have been like any person.
They wanted
you could have replaced the Galaxy with like Daisy and the Flower Kingdom. It would have been the same plot.
Yeah, they just wanted to go big or go home, I guess. You know, so that's the only explanation I could think. You know, but where do you go after Galaxy? Audience, ask yourself that.
They already went past Galaxy with all the Odyssey shit they put in this movie.
Right.
Damn.
So what we're gonna do? What, Super Mario Wonder next?
Right. So.
Super Mario multiverse.
Yeah, my issue with the Rosalina thing isn't that she's a damsel, because I think you understand, like, damsels are not inherently bad characters. They're not inherently.
I think exactly. I'm not saying she's bad because of it. It's just like
it's because she has nothing. She doesn't do anything.
She gets nothing else. Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm playing, like, Austin's watching me play a game right now where there's a character who literally acts as damsel in distress at like 3 different arcs. But she is a fantastic character. She has a lot to do before those moments or in between those moments. But like, while I watch Rosalina, it's like, I don't, like, they don't even, there's like a moment later with like Bowser where I felt like she and Bowser should have a conversation about something. And like, they don't even bring it up, even though they're pretty similar in terms of what they want in this movie.
Yeah. People don't remember, don't know, I guess. Bowser's whole journey so far in this is about him and his son and trying to live up to his son's expectations and reconnect with his son. And
bring up the Bowser picture.
Give me 1 second.
And Rosalina's whole thing is her and her kids, which are the stars. So you could have had a unique parallel between the two. And even a conversation and a misunderstanding in the sense of like, yeah, you got to do what you got to do to protect your kids and stand, be responsible, stand in front of them. And Bowser takes the wrong way, leading to his choice later in the film. But I guess we could just jump into Bowser to the pictures up.
Yeah.
How you feel about Bowser Jr. Cryptid?
Like it just felt like they really rushed Bowser Jr. and you're like, hey, Bowser's like, oh, I had a son years ago,
I
and I
think
had
had a
been
boarding
neglected.
school apparently. It's off screen. It was very clear they had no idea what the sequel for the first movie was going to be at first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They said,
yeah.
because, if you remember, it was going to be, the sequel wasn't going to be Mario, it was going to be about Yoshi. And then I guess somewhat they canceled that.
Yeah, it felt like it
Oh
was going to
yeah.
be Yoshi's Island. And then instead we got a 5-minute thing you could delete from the film.
Right.
Yeah. It was very, very sad about that. But from the stuff I saw from Bowser, I I just like how he was still a caring father to his son, Like even though his son says, yeah, he works, he only spends time with me one day a month. He always makes the most out of it. Like when he did that puppet show.
Yeah,
For his son,
he said once a week, but then in the scene where they show it, he implies that Bowser comes to tell him that story every night. So I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Like he ends the
maybe
scene asking, can you come back and do it tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I'll be back. And apparently
maybe
he's doing it.
maybe Bowser just tucks him in and he actually spends the whole day with him once a week. That's the way to go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll take that.
Yeah, it was still very touching. I mean, although I was kind of like a little surprised that Bowser, at least in the beginning of the film, right, audience, he really did seem rehabilitated. I'm like,
Yes.
damn, really?
I think that's my issue with the film.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the MCU Hulk situation where your big development thing happens off screen, and then the next movie is all about undoing that development.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, people, if you don't know anything about Bowser being a caring dad to Bowser Jr. is his whole story after Bowser Jr. became a thing. Even in Sunshine, where Bowser Jr. shows up and Bowser tries to kidnap Peach, he reveals the only reason he would try to kidnap Peach is to give Bowser Jr. the mom he thinks he deserves.
Also, right there, by the way, to the people
and
who
they
are like,
cut that out of the film.
Right there. So the people who are like, oh yeah, Mario doesn't even have a story to work with. That was a story. That's a story right there. That's a story perfectly fine. That's an emotional beat you could tie in with Bowser and his kid. Like Bowser Jr. is like, oh, I just want a mom and I want a dad. And I want my mom back. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like it could have just been like we could have done the whole bedtime story, right? And then like maybe Bowser Jr. is like, yeah, but what about mom? What's she gonna do? And I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, well, you know what? We'll figure that along the way. And then maybe you tie into like maybe the part of the reason Bowser wants Peach so bad is because she thinks she'd be a good mom for Bowser Jr. Something like that, And then that could have been
there's a version of this movie where Bowser and Rosalina come to agreement and they raise their kids together. So I'm gonna say,
right.
Oh wow.
Right.
Oh wow.
A mom who kids who need a dad and a kid with a dad who needs a mom. I'm just saying.
Like the reason people look, that's what every time someone talks about Sunshine, they talk about that moment where like where Bowser has to just admit that like yeah, Peach isn't.
Yeah, I lied. Peach is not your mom.
Right.
I just
and the fact that that's not the core of the movie with Bowser Jr. is insane to me. It'll be like, I don't like Sonic 3, but it'll be like if he did the whole Shadow movie, he didn't even talk about Maria. Like at all. He's like, whatever, I'm just evil, I guess. I don't know. But sure, whatever. I guess we have Bowser Jr. He's here. He's cool, I guess.
Yeah. So, what else to say about Bowser himself?
He's funny. He's fun.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Black brings in the same charisma he had from playing him the first time into this movie, So, yeah, is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Want to head off to Bowser Jr.? Let's keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jake.
Like I said, I think Bowser Jr. should just have the Sunshine plot. I don't know what was wrong with it.
Picture, man.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Because you switched it last. I thought you were taking.
Everybody gets one. Jake. That was your one free pass. So, go on.
Right.
You're the gamer guy. All right.
Yeah. Can I hear me?
Okay, we can hear you.
I was saying, wait. I still had something to say about Bowser.
Oh, well, you can add it in here. It's still Bowser Jr., so it's like just adding. I guess.
Bowser whole. I would have rearranged the Bowser thing as well. Even what we got, him sacrificing himself to go to prison to get kidnapped by Bowser Jr. I think I would have removed that whole scene. To be honest, what I would have done was have Bowser stay with Mario until they get to the flight deck.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got to the flight deck, where they met up with Peach. You could have had a funny thing, them both trying to run to her and all that stuff, him trying to show her he changed. But I would have had Bowser Jr. kidnap him from there because he attacks them anyway right after, despite not knowing where they are. He just appears and attacks them the moment they fly off with Starbucks.
Also, the moment Mario still would have seen the moment, because I think the thing is to give Mario a sense of like, oh, he can be a good person, but you would have seen that moment when maybe like and then we the audience would have seen it too. You would have tried to sacrifice himself, and then you would have seen him like still be like, hey, I don't want you to like kill Mario though. Like, I mean, like I don't want to let you down, but like don't kill my friends. You know, they're still my friends now. So you still would have gotten that moment, and you would have understood that Bowser has changed. So nothing really changes. Mario still sees everything he needs to see to suggest that maybe Bowser has changed as a person. You know,
and there's a lot of stuff they could have easily just redid for Bowser's story to make him even more compelling than what he did.
Mm-hmm.
That just like even his turn back into being bad is just like, oh, I kind of like these guys, and he's like, no, bro, you got to be evil for me. And he's like, sure, yeah, you know, you're right. And I'm like, bro, you were just still simping over Peach like 2 minutes ago. And then you were legit about to kill her about this kid that you forgot about that was at school.
Man. I guess this is what happens when the jangling keys take more precedence over the actual story audience, you know? So, yeah.
But Bowser Jr. himself, I mean, he's cool. I think there should have been a little more anger in him. It's either to Bowser or the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, they gave him like red, like dragged out red eyes, like he was going to be like an angry character. But he's very like chill most of the film. He's just excited to be fighting with that.
The moment where I stopped taking him like an actual threat for a little bit was when Bowser goes, "Well, let's not kill them," and he's like, "Oh, I mean that's weird, but sure, I guess I won't. I guess I won't." Like, you know what I mean? Like I think he's even willing to say that. It was like, "Oh, so you're not really even seriously evil."
I was fine with that.
Still going to school for it, Jake.
Appeal to his father, but like I said, I think the problem is they immediately try to kill them afterwards.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like you should have just had Bowser Jr. go the full way of trying to kill him.
I think my problem with that was that it just felt like, oh, honestly, I feel like Bowser probably has a little bit more pull over the situation than like he thinks. I guess that was killing me about it. I was like, oh, is he? Because now I don't know if Bowser Jr. is actually evil or he's just doing it for his dad. I mean, he is, but he's also like this something it seems like he wants to do. He has a childish
dream that his dad told him and that he wanted to achieve. That's literally
right. But then I gets to my thing later in the movie where you get to his evil plan, quote unquote. And I guess I don't think the movie sells you enough. What he's doing to Rosalina is terrible. Don't get me wrong. But when you see like his vision for like what he wants, everybody needs to be fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has a whole planet to himself where like him and his men are just having a grand old time, having fun. Nobody's like slave labor. There's no slave labor or anything. So I guess I'm like,
get the part where he's going to blow up the universe.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, but that's just me stupid. Bowser shouldn't do that anyway. I would tell Bowser like, why you blowing up the universe with you in it? I guess.
No, you're going to be planet by planet to be fair, but it's like,
right.
You know,
right. And, I guess, but you know, it's like if you did Star Wars Episode 4, but you didn't show like the Death Star blowing up a planet. Like, you know, it's like I hear you, but I don't feel it. Like I don't feel like
you look at it you gotta look at it short term, Jake. I mean, it's like those villains who are like, yeah, I want to take over the world. Yeah, do you really want to have the responsibility of taking over the world? Really? You know, the pressure, the responsibility.
To be fair, the plan was just a long plan of people who don't submit to them, and it was just gonna be that.
Right. Mm-hmm. I guess my point is like I understood the threat. I just never felt the threat of Bowser Jr. on a galactic scale. I feel like I was just like,
yeah. You could have easily just made this Sunshine had a more personal story, and it would have been fine.
Right. Yeah.
It's very believable he can fuck up a kingdom. He did it immediately.
Yeah. But yeah, he
yeah. I thought Bowser Jr. had some cool fight scenes.
No, he did.
He had, you know, I like how they utilized his paintbrush. You know,
yeah.
So.
Were you awake during the final fight?
I was like midway into that. Pretty much. Okay. Right as he summoned that paint dragon. Yeah, shortly before that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, thank you for bringing it up. They make Bowser Jr. also an idiot at the same time. He took the super genius on to build all this tech on the other stuff, but he didn't know Koopas turn into dry bones when they melt their skin.
Right.
Despite the film showing it twice.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
He's
also
on
part of his
dad's
amusement
fall.
park ride.
Right before his dad falls, we see the amusement ride of them go into lava and then come out of dry bones totally fine, no damage, no pain.
Yeah, which means he engineered it because he knew that was the possibility. He knew that was how it works.
Yeah, he made it.
Right.
Yeah, he was surprised when he was very like scared his dad fell in lava, and then surprised when he came out.
Oh, speaking of engineering shit, I guess we'll talk about it here. Cryptid, you might have been asleep. It sounds like you were asleep during this part. There's a section where Mario and Peach have to go through this harrowing dungeon to get to Rosalina, and they have to do it together. So it's in 3D, right? That whole bit's in 3D.
I told him you hate this thing.
Bowser Jr. Yeah, I ever heard. Bowser Jr. has a security system where he sees the thing play out as the 8-bit games, basically. The reason this doesn't make any sense, and it's a stupid security system, is because they are moving in a 3D space. So obviously, the things that Bowser is setting traps for does not fully translate to the dungeon. For instance, in the 2D version of Mario, there's like a spinning buzzsaw that will come for you. Now, you playing this in 2D, you would either wait or you would see if there's a way to jump over it, right? Because you can't move any other way, right?
Yeah.
In the 3D space, they just have to run around it. They don't even have to wait. So like there's like things like that was happening repeatedly that just didn't make any goddamn sense. Now some of them did. Some like the final trap that he set for them did make sense.
To clarify, just to make sure.
Right.
In the 3D space, what they were doing was fine. It was just the visual that Bowser Jr. was using does not match up and it's terrible.
Right. It's literally like, why would you look at things from a strictly 2D? That doesn't help you at all. That doesn't give you a full, in-depth look of what they're doing. The movie tries to edit quickly, so it looks like it makes sense. But if you there's literally a shot where they show the buzzsaws from his perspective, and they show it from Mario and Peach's perspective. And in his perspective, there's no way for them to dodge it. But from their perspective, there's 4 different buzzsaws, and they can just go in between any of them, and they'll be fine. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's so many traps that are like in the foreground and background that don't translate in 2D. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just a stupid reference.
Some fourth wall breaks is what the name implies, audience. It breaks. It breaks the motion of the movie,
I think my problem
is that they could easily get a 3D game visual and did like that with that camera.
Yeah, I think my issue is more like it goes to my core issue with the movie, that the movie cares more about the references than the story itself. There are so many references in this film that, like, fine, that's cool, but I mean, like, if I'm just like if I'm Timmy, never played a Mario game, I don't know what the fuck this is. So this doesn't mean anything to me,
Remember, audience, Easter eggs are fine, but eggs do tend to rot at some point. And that's what it sounds like.
They're also usually supposed to be the hard to find.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just in your face the whole time.
Yes. And there's a problem that video game movies have been having now that they're becoming better, is that they think they have to shove things in so fans will go, oh, they did the thing from my childhood. Oh my god. My thing is, like, I don't care. I'm glad you worked it in, but I don't need it. I would rather you just tell us.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right.
I'm still mad they'll use the black arms in the Knuckle Show as just tentacle things.
Right. Just to have a name that's Sonic related. But that's my thing with references. I don't care about nostalgia. I don't care if I grew up with it. I really fucking don't. If it doesn't, the reason I liked it as a kid is because it worked into the story or worked into the gameplay. If you're gonna translate it the fuck right. That's what I need movies to do. So, yeah.
How dare gamers not just consume products, audience? How dare they?
Right.
Look up next person.
Next person.
Go ahead. On the list.
Why you put this here?
I was just kind of reshuffling it to get the other pixel play. Yeah.
In the flight scene, the flight deck scene, you get to see a few cameos. You have Samus's ship flying off, which is the Metroid franchise. Another Smash thing they put in here. In the same scene, you also have a whole lot of other Smash references. One of the ships' color is the Blue Falcon. You have the Pikmin, which I sent a picture to Jake of. I guess they'll be with the Star Fox. So it's. You got the Pikmin picture?
Oh, you were queuing me up.
Go ahead, Jake.
Right here.
You have the Pikmin from Pikmin. But the reason they're here because the same guy who made Mario made them, and it's like one of his favorite friends. Definitely, they're in multiple Mario games for some reason. And then all this basically leads to this whole scene. Another person here is Rob.
Yeah.
A dumb.
And they do
Utopia scene.
a DMV joke, but it's bad because he's not really taking that long. Like they're trying to be like, oh, they're impatient. This dude took like 5 seconds to turn around. They can't wait 5 seconds.
That might be relatable to the new generation, though.
Uh-oh.
And well, then, and this all this leads to the final main cameo of the scene, Star Fox.
Right.
Well, Fox McCloud, leader of Star Fox, played by Glenn Powell. I don't know if I got the photo.
At that point, audience, he felt like he was an established character, and this was just a speed bump that he was in at the moment.
My problem is that they do kind of immediately take you out the film and be like, oh yeah, this is my story and all that other stuff, and I ended up here when they could have just said he was in the galaxy and he was in gas or some shit.
Right.
You don't have to make a whole extra plot flashback thing of him being in another universe and then crash to a black hole. What's the actual thing that didn't happen in like Star Fox 2? To be fair. But they used that to justify him being here and then him going home in the end. You could have just said, "Oh, I'm in a pit stop. I just finished a mission. I needed gas, so I came and set him the flight deck."
Right.
Yeah.
All this stuff could be in one universe. The universe is a big place. You don't have to separate everything by having it be in different universes.
Right.
But he was okay. So his attitude and stuff, that was very early Star Fox. He was very cocky, very arrogant. But he just didn't need to be here. They could have been any pilot. They could have just had a little Lumo star again. The same one that got her there could have got her to the other planet.
Yeah, this is something I said before we went live, audience, but do you guys think, like, people who love Star Fox, were they all come and watch this film because Star Fox was in here, or were they just going to watch it anyway?
It was a Star Fox something, so probably, I imagine.
Yeah.
How do I say with the
how many people out there can honestly raise their hand and say, "Oh, I watched the Super Mario movie because Star Fox was going to be in here"?
There's a lot of people. They're actually surprising. Like a lot of people said that.
Okay.
Star Fox was a top 5 Nintendo thing until they stopped making it. To be fair, so it did have a sleeping fan base that was.
I will say, as someone who doesn't know much about Star Fox and just doesn't care, he was annoying for most of the film, except for like 2 scenes. Well, no, really 1 scene, to be honest with you. I mean, he had impressive feat, I will say, but it was more like, it was just funny to me that he was able to pull it off. But he had like 1 scene where I was like, oh, if he was like this the whole movie, I liked him. But as far as like getting me interested in the character, I just did not like him at all.
He felt more MCU Star-Lord, early Star-Lord than like Star Fox at first. They even do this weird thing where they tease tension between him and Mario, just for them to be cool, and then they don't talk for the rest of the film.
Right.
Like it's the whole point he's here to interact with the Mario cast and stuff, but he talked to Peach more than he talked to Mario, and he only said like 3 lines to Peach.
Right.
Oof. Gotcha.
Visually, it was like a cool reference. I don't like how they did the ship. I think having seats on both set of wings is terrible. Terrible plan. Terrible idea. But the moment he takes off, this legendary pilot, they do a reference to one of the Star Fox games where you find like a big circle ship, to be fair, and a reference to Star Trek, funny enough. But he immediately just gets shot down. The next thing is him crying to his car.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so the moment they get on and start flying away, they get attacked by Bowser Jr. And this is what I was talking about. This is where they should have picked up. He should have picked up Bowser. And then while they were crash landing, could have had all the Bowser scenes that they were trying to set up.
It's because like in modern day media, like the 2000s coolness is seen as kind of corny, at least. But even though the point is that you're supposed to play it up straight so that it comes around being cool. Like you're supposed to acknowledge that it's corny, but you come back around being like cool. But in this one, they lampshade it. So like his coolness factor is played up as a joke.
Everyone got to talk about how cool he is, and then he immediately starts breaking down crying.
Right, because being seen that way is more like, he's like full of himself. It's more like it makes the character seem full of himself to people who don't know how these characters are supposed to work. So, which also could be the point of the character, but whatever. Who knows? I just found it annoying. Like I was saying, like literally, it's like characters that are supposed to be cool. Like it'll be like, actually, no, it is perfectly like Netflix Dante, basically, where the whole where he's supposed to be as cool as he is in the games, but we also want to make fun of him for trying to be that cool. But that's not where the comedy of Dante's character came from. It really came from like he was actually that cool, but he was doing really stupid shit though. That came around to being cool. You don't get that with Star Fox. It's just the joke is that he's lame actually, and he just doesn't realize it.
Yeah. He gets one good pose with the stars behind him wearing his jacket, and he does do like the funniest like whip I ever seen in life.
Yeah,
You don't know when you whip a car in movies, it's very hard to look great doing it. But the way he did this movie, when he whipped his spaceship, was one of the funniest things of all time.
Bro, I said, bro, if I was in that movie, I
honestly would freak out. Yeah, you definitely would have thought you were about to die.
yeah. I would have shot myself, bro, if I saw that.
But I guess that leads to the thing I was going to delete. Cryptid, this whole dinosaur planet they lead on just a reference to Yoshi's Island. It needs to be gone. So right before they crash, Bowser gets that gun from the Super Mario 1993 movie, and he shoots Mario and Luigi and turns them into babies. They crash land on this planet where it's just literally 5 minutes of Yoshi and Toad trying to watch their babies and fight a dinosaur, a T-Rex. And it's like, bro, you could delete this whole scene. You could have had them get shot in space and then just end up floating around and then call for help the same way. They did not need to land on this planet.
Right.
It was just wasting time. You could cut this whole section.
This is where you put in the character.
It did sound like that was a fan service moment just for the sake of putting
it. It was literally just to give you the visual of the babies riding on Yoshi's back.
This movie is so allergic to like having character moments. This is where the character moments happen. Like this is the lowest point for the characters right now. As a fact, there's like a moment where like Peach is freaking out because like, man, I'm never gonna see my sister. Everything keeps happening to me, and don't get me wrong. There's like a softly cute moment between Mario and Peach here.
Yeah,
but it should have been like
they like let's be frustrated together. And they have a little bit of fun.
Right, but that should have been followed by a okay. Let's like actually get down. Like, what's bothering you? You know, like why is this mean so much? Are you frustrated with your sister for abandoning you? Like how does this make you feel right now? Like things like that. Like just get a little bit more to Peach.
Yeah,
but no,
they really streamline her feelings to be like, oh, well, yeah, I guess let's go to that picture. Let's go to Peach. To be honest,
go ahead. Bring it up.
But her whole story is like, oh, it's my birthday, but it's not really my birthday. I really wish I knew where I came from. The star escapes the Rosalina fight, gets to her, let her know, hey, your sister Rosalina needs you. Apparently, I forgot the stars turn into the warp stars and they just die. So she steps on Rosalina's baby, gets shot into space, and kills that baby. The baby never returns in this film.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's the baby killer. I just want it on camera, and she goes to the worst part of the movie for me, where she goes to the same flight area where we saw Star Fox, but it's like a lower deck. A monkey steals Toad stuff, runs into a wall. He does the Mario World 1 glitch, where World 1-2, you can go through the wall, the brick wall, the same color. And then they just do the casino from Odyssey. And it's even playing Paulina singing Jump Up Superstar.
Which is in space, by the way. This is in space.
Yeah, this is space, and Paulina is a reporter on Earth. Right. She's not has anything to do with this.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know why you're playing the song that she's
maybe
singing.
If you guys did the Donkey Kong movie based off the recent game, you could do something with that. But
but that's not what they did, sadly. No. And from there we go with Mort. I got a picture of Mort and them. If you want to show them what these people look like real quick.
I don't think that's the one I just didn't do. But
if you don't, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Mort is a little green nigga. And this we get Birdo and a bunch of other side characters. But this all just leads to a fight scene that goes on for so long. And the only purpose is this fight scene like 10 minutes scripted. And the whole purpose is just so Mort can get mad and tell Bowser Jr. where they are.
Right.
He like the princess.
They give Peach a moment because she's not gonna get a fight scene that's as impressive until like later. It's gonna be with Mario. The movie, I mean, to the movie's credit, they wanted to do this thing, but they didn't do it as badly as like other movies would. They want Peach to not be the damsel. They want her to be an active participant in the movie, and they want her to be somewhat equal to Mario. But they do make the effort to show that Mario is the main character while giving Peach something equal to do. That's equally important. So like, I will give her credit for that since they want to do this direction with her. I think my issue is I'm looking at this scene with her fighting the army. I'm like, this is just like what Daisy would do. I would just put Daisy in this movie and just have her do that. Like at this point, like you're just gonna have her just be this level of like aggressive. There's like more a Daisy job than is a Peach job. So I don't know.
I got thoughts on Daisy when we get to her. So
Right.
yeah.
I don't even have thoughts because it feels like she's gonna be Peach. Well, I guess they're gonna like make her Peach more. They're gonna probably make Peach more proper to differentiate her from Daisy. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll save our thoughts when we get to Daisy. So
Right.
So all right. Any other thoughts you guys want to give on Peach?
No.
Okay. All right then. I guess that we can move on to the next character. Go ahead, Jake.
Next up is Mario and Luigi. Yeah, I got Mario too. We never talked about them.
Ironic, right? Audience?
Ironic, yeah. I think Mario's characterization is fine. Mario actually has one of the best. That's the best moment in the film. I thought this was like, man, in a better movie, this would have hit a lot harder. And I was talking about it before. It's like the moment where Bowser and Bowser Jr. are like chasing him and Peach, and Mario knows like Peach needs to save his sister. And he does like the coolest because at this point they've already hyped up the fact that like Bowser and Bowser Jr. individually, one good hit from them could probably kill Mario. Basically, still like Mario has gotten better, but he's not good. It takes a lot just to fight Bowser by himself. Even the way that they beat him the first time, like they beat him the first time was like he had to trick him, like he couldn't flat out just like out punch him or like throw him like he does in the games. So what he does in this moment is he sees that like Peach needs to save his sister. They both can't do it because they're gonna the twins are like the family's gonna catch up. He pushes Peach past the gate, closes the gate. He says, "I'm gonna handle this shit. You go save your sister." And I know it's like you kind of expect him to do that because he's the hero, but when the odds are like, but Bowser Jr. was fucking him and Luigi, you know what I mean, by himself. So I was like, the fact that he was willing to say like, "Nah, I got this. Like, you go. I'm gonna fight these two." And Peach is like, "I don't know if you could do that." He's like, "Oh, I gotta do it for you. you gotta do that. You gotta get Rosalina." I was like, that makes Mario cool to me. That was like a cool moment for Mario. And of course, he doesn't win that fight, but by himself, he winds up getting like worn down eventually. But he does hold his own a little bit. I do like how they keep Mario's sass from the more recent games. Nintendo's kind of been trying to give Mario more of an attitude in some games. So I did appreciate that. I did like Luigi in this movie, like as a character. I think sometimes he's a bit much with like the whole like, oh, you like the princess, don't you? You gotta let's talk about. I'm like, please stop. A little bit of that. That is might be more than me than Mario, I guess. I think my problem with this is that Luigi brings it up randomly throughout the movie. Like in case you forgot, there's an arc about Mario liking Peach. Luigi will randomly bring it up at the weirdest times in the film.
Okay.
So that's kind of what's annoying me about it. I do like Luigi isn't a coward in this film because it follows the lesson of the first film that when they're together, there's really nothing he's really afraid of. And I do like that he is pretty helpful in this movie as well. He does have some good visual acting. Like I said, I think my problem boils down to what's it?
Yeah, he started a book club with Bowser, audience.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah. They do differentiate the brothers really well. That Luigi is more naive and more open to people, and Mario's just he's kind of a realist. Like, no way, Bowser just switched in like a couple months,
But that's the problem with that film because like the moment Bowser does one good thing, you're like, well, I guess Bowser's good.
Oh yeah, well that's the film's issue. I think it's like Mario's character. It's more like because they didn't space it out enough. But I will say I did enjoy both the brothers. I just think it was like the character arcs for Mario just fell flat with the whole Princess Peach thing. They really should have played up Mario and Bowser having a rivalry over Peach still, even though Bowser's trying to be a good person, because he still likes Peach. And clearly he does. At least until the end. Now I'm not really sure how he feels about Peach, but he still likes Peach up until the end of the film.
I have a problem because like the whole rivalry thing happens and then Mario lets it go, and then the moment he sees Bowser Jr. attacking him, he's like, Bowser played us. But the moment he meets Bowser again, he's like, see, Bowser, I know there's good in you. You don't want to do this. Like, what are you pick a lane, bro?
You did.
You believed I was evil the whole time, or you believe I was good. I actually was good.
Right. So that would have been cool. There is also like a cool moment too, and I know like you can't do this in a Mario movie. I mean, even if like I don't feel like you should. I feel unless if you were like unless the movie was coming like there was a part 1 to a part 2. There's a moment where like Mario thinks he killed Bowser, and he has to watch this child like almost cry, and you can see the look on him and Peach's face like, oh fuck, like did we actually like orphan a child?
To
You
be
know?
fair, you could have did that if you saved Rosalina first and then had the Bowser fight, beat a group fight between all of them and him and them two,
Right.
and then had the Bowser fall in. The Bowser Jr. thing, crying happens, and then leave, and the poker could be him getting out the lava. He's like, oh, the lava's really deep.
Yeah, yeah. It's for Mario, and I don't like restricting media to like what it is, but I do feel like it is important to keep the integrity of what the story is. I feel like for Mario, you're supposed to walk away feeling happy, feel good. I guess you get that at the end, but I understand like maybe not wanting to push that button and maybe just having it resolved in this film.
I have no problem with that. They focus so much on him falling in just to him immediately come out.
Right. Yeah, maybe have Bowser Jr. like maybe have Bowser Jr. lash out at Mario for a little bit. Like, you can't.
Yeah, and also Bowser Jr. not realizing that he,
right,
was alive somehow, despite that being Koopa's whole thing.
Right. In a movie that allowed for more drama, I also would have had maybe Peach try to like maybe adopt Bowser. Like, hey, listen, like that was fucked up, but like, listen, yeah, but I got you. Like, it's okay. Like, maybe hug him or something like that, you know. Which also shows that she's the compassionate one of like the Trinity that they have, the trio they have.
Yeah.
Which she doesn't really get a lot of moments like that, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, at the end of the day, I do like Mario's character in this movie. I just thought his plot line was very lacking compared to the first movie, which did have a full-on arc for him.
He never actually gets to ask Peach out. Right. They get sweet moments, and she gets him a kiss at the end on the cheek, not a mouth. You freaks.
Right.
Hey,
but I was more mad that they gave the Super Mario power up for the end of the film.
Yeah. He doesn't. Yeah, Super Mario at the very end when there's no fight to be had.
Like they did the red star because that was from Galaxy,
right?
But it's Super Mario, the Galaxy movie. You know what I mean? Like at one point, you could have him have.
Maybe he gets it when he fights the Bowser family
in the first film.
Maybe he uses it to fight the Bowser family in the first time. Then he loses. Then he gets the burning power up. Like that. So
yeah, because I don't know if you saw that part of the fight, but he was cooking him in this 2v1 at first.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was like he was
meant to beat him.
Yeah, he was holding on because I think it's more playing defensively. So he was like, I'll just get it when I can and just get out. Like I think that was kind of how he played it. But,
did you talk about Mr. Game & Watch as the reference?
Oh yeah, Game & Watch is in this. That was the only reference I was okay with. I felt like that was
good. It was a quick thing, right. And they did his Smash Ultimate for the game, and I was like, bro, I enjoyed that part, but I get the people that was like, they probably would have did without the cameo, but it was all right. It was quick. It didn't distract from the scene and served a purpose in the moment.
It was the one good cameo I think was in this film, at least the one that served in the main plot, I should say.
Yeah,
I still like the brothers. I just wish they were in a better movie. That's all. So.
I wish Yoshi got to do something besides just like Yoshi and Toad had a rivalry in this film. They just get dropped halfway through.
Yeah,
where Toad is like, you let this random thing just show up and be in our group, and everyone's just okay with it, and they like don't address it. And he's like, okay, just ignore me. And the next time he was also mad, but after that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, especially since like where the last film left off, you were led to believe that Yoshi was going to play a pretty integral part into the next film, but yeah, he got really minimized.
It really felt like he was here to give Luigi a friend, since Mario had Peach, but it's like that was totally
yeah. I think my issue is that it was clear that in the Yoshi movie, that was supposed to be the plot, was Yoshi trying to integrate himself into this friend group, and maybe Toad feels left out. And then they form like a friendship at the end. That's already a movie right there. Mm-hmm. But they didn't do it. So now they didn't hear for some reason. So
they did this. Okay, so go to him running up the street, please.
Okay.
I don't want to be. So you get a reference here with Lil Mac, which is right there at Doc's training. Lil Mac is the puncher from Punch Out, Nintendo series, and Smash Bros. Character. But I want to talk about this scene because we talk about how they had the dinosaur, voiced by a black actor, go through New York, hitting licks, stealing stuff, almost get breaking property, almost getting arrested, and then running away.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He literally the only reason they find him because he tried to escape the authority that's stealing all this shit.
Yeah. When you look at it,
and he's a baby, but they don't know that.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's a bit of an oversight apparently from I don't know what they were thinking of that, but yeah, dang.
Yeah.
Now, how do y'all feel about Donald Glover's performance as Yoshi? Really? Because I found it funny that he didn't sound like Donald Glover at all. He just sounded like actual Yoshi. You know?
Yeah,
So.
he did really good. Voice acting him.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's kind of easy when all he says is his name. You just got to match the type of tone.
Yoshi. Got something like that. I can't do it.
Uh, I kind of wish they reworked this instead of them finding him in some random tube. You could have still had the scene of him hitting lakes and stuff in the town, and he runs into like Mario's family, and they called him, "Hey, come get this dinosaur thing."
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I
It
was
felt
like,
like
well, y'all really did this with the one black actor in the one of the two black actors in the cast. The other black actress was a black lady who played the Queen Bee.
all they were thinking about was the audience will laugh. That's it. You know. So.
Yeah, I understand, and I get the sentiment. It's not a bad scene. I don't think it's gonna bother anyone. I just thought it was ironic.
Yeah. You would feel like it would cause more of a commotion than it really was, but apparently not.
Look,
Not,
bro,
not
if Twitter didn't care about Sam Wilson being on a plantation, they not gonna care about this.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yep. But yeah. So anyway, aside from Yoshi, you guys want to move on to the next character?
Who is
Oh,
left besides
yeah,
Daisy? I guess.
yeah. We could talk about Daisy. We don't have a picture of Daisy, but yeah, we'll just mention her anyway. So she
I
was
got a picture of her.
let me see. Don't see her on the pics we got. So
Oh, so Jake just bad his job. It's okay.
yeah, Jake.
I got a picture
Hey,
of Daisy and I compared her
how's
to
it
her
feel?
comic, her game self, because I think they made her design worse. And I'm not talking about her skin or anything like that. The shape,
Mm-hmm.
it feel like they want to change the shape of her head and body to just be different from Peach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but he did it in a way that like looks weird in some angles. And to be fair, I doubt it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the design of her in the next film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll
Obviously, when
have
she
time to
becomes a
touch it
main
up.
player in the film, they're gonna fix it up a little bit.
Yeah, they have time to touch it up a bit,
But I was
So
like, you did this player model kind of dirty. And my
true.
problem with her introduction is that it literally just feels like Peach, like
Yeah,
exactly, where she
that
just
that
immediately beats up the monkey.
yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up. Like, okay, so look, they're just so bent on trying to not make these princesses look like damsels or look helpless, but they're ending up doing the opposite. Like, where by the time we see them, they're already pretty much badass as it is. Like, that's their first introduction.
That's my
So,
my problem with
mhm,
like you said, we already talked about Peach thing. I wanted Peach to be passive at the start and then become more active over the course of
yeah,
however many films you do.
there's
Because
nothing.
Daisy's whole
There's
thing
no.
is that she is by Nintendo, by their own words. This is the tomboyish princess.
Yeah.
This is the one who's probably going to fight first, if it comes down to it.
hmm But now all the princes can fight
Yeah.
first.
Rosalina was
So,
always powerful to be fair, but
mhm.
in the one time she needed to be powerful, y'all made her helpless.
Like I'm just saying, the first scene we saw of Rosalina, she was already 1v1ing a giant robot. So
So it's
um,
like I don't see how much they can do to change her from Peach because Daisy's main core thing was she's a tomboy, she's very competitive, she's very athletic, and you kind of
mhm,
gave all those tricks to Peach already.
yeah,
Peach, when she was messing with Mario and stuff, I won't say she's very competitive. I will know about that. We haven't really seen her compete anything,
mhm,
but she is very like the peak of athleticism in this franchise. The way she was soloing like all the blocks and stuff in the first movie, and even here getting to
right.
Rosalina in this was like, come on now.
There's nothing wrong with having a female character start off from point one. Audience.
Yeah,
But by the time like okay, yeah, they could work up to being like the badass character that we'll see them as. Yeah,
I,
that's good, but just
I
where's the
think
journey at that point?
I think you should have had Peach be a little bit passive in the first one, and then in this one she wanted to be like more proactive stuff. And through Daisy, you can kind of get her becoming more proactive. It should have been the Daisy movie to be honest, and the third one could have
Mhm.
been Galaxy, and where you reveal that oh yeah, these two princesses are related to Rosalina and stuff like that to tie
Yeah.
everything together. Because now you're gonna have like, wait, this princess looks like you with just brown hair.
They,
Are y'all
they
related? No.
they wrote themselves into a corner with this movie because you saw how like immediately they were like, oh wait a minute, we need a plot where like we have a new princess and like the princess needs to be saved and we can't have Rosalina act the same as Peach. She can't like free herself. So I guess we have to make her the damsel that Peach was supposed to be in the first film.
You didn't
You
give
know
us
what I mean?
the Daisy picture, by the way.
Right. Oh, I
Feel bad.
I downloaded it, but
Jake, Jake, how does it feel being me during these live shows, man? How does it feel? I have a responsibility.
You upload pictures before. I upload them after though. I always do that.
Jake, I'm sure Reed Richards will never have any of these problems, man. Just saying, you know.
Yeah, that's because Reed
We'll talk about that
sucks.
tomorrow. The fact that we might have a real Reed Richards one day. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
yeah.
so yeah, I don't see how much you can do with Daisy to change her from being Peach.
You would have to change Peach. You have to make Peach more prim and you have to highlight those qualities of her, like her more proper qualities, to make Peach look more, whatever she is. And why is she in the galaxy and not in Sarasaland? She has a place to be. That's the other. Why they keep flopping where these characters are? They have designated spots. They already tell you where they're from.
They have their domains, audience. You know, their own sections. You know.
But here's my thing: for all the that post credit scene might as well not even mean anything. We already saw with this film. That could be a completely different plot. Like it doesn't even matter. So, so like this gonna like Daisy might be in space now, but like later she's gonna be like somewhere else. They're gonna do a whole different shift or whatever. So
yeah. So
because I don't know how they make Sarasaland a plot, but you know whatever.
It could just be a minor mention and they'll gloss over it.
Right.
Okay. Now that I'm seeing like a compare and contrast, yeah. Oh man, they have to touch up the design of Daisy by the time it comes to the next film audience. So.
But like I said, the only what type of stuff you want in the future? For me personally, I guess we're doing the princess thing again.
Yeah.
To have Wario and Waluigi.
Yeah.
Be the one messing with the we can't do Bowser for a third time.
Yeah.
Or if you do, he can't be the main thing. I think having Waluigi come in as like the pair and Daisy, all of them being the parallel to the Mario Brothers, and Peach could be a very fun. Where in the movie you can bring some of the side games like they did the first one. They did Mario Kart. You bring him because Daisy's competitive. You can do Mario Tennis, all this other stuff. Maybe and you can even give Luigi his Mario Bowser moment with him and Waluigi both competing for Daisy's affection.
There you go.
So it could be an interesting twist on the first film if it's done correctly.
So if you get anything out of this audience, is that Wario and Waluigi will make this film better. So
I think the problem also is that they set up some random mystery threat that was after Rosalina in the first movie that I feel like they have to follow up on in the next one. Or Rosalina just looks more dumb than she already does.
Which is what?
Whatever.
I don't know. It's purple smoke.
Whatever separated her and Peach. You didn't see that part, but that's that.
Yeah, it was, the reason she let Peach go through the portal was because some purple smoke thing attacked the small little rock she was on. That planet was not even bigger than an island, bro. They can run around that planet in like 2 minutes.
Lord Fawful did it.
Oh boy.
So some random purple smoke villain thing was after her in that one. And I was like, you could have easily tied it to being Bowser in the past. But the Bowser whole thing was telling his son his story about to go tell the universe with Castle and Rosalina anyway. So you could just have him that be Bowser trying to attack her. But her saving Peach and just Bowser not knowing about Peach. That Peach was her sister the whole time.
That's weird. Another oversight, audience. Another oversight. So yeah.
But
that's what it is. Let's see. Has there been any other character we forgot to talk about?
No.
Or is that it?
Not really. The stars were basically it's 5-year-old movie. The Queen Bee, we just had 2 lines and she was just mean, I guess. I didn't like that like the smart toad guy or the one with glasses trying to tell Princess Peach what she can and can't do. I'm like, bro, didn't you make her your leader? What do you mean she can't do that?
Oh man! Remember how we got to see like Mario and Luigi having to pick up the slack of Princess Peach now that she was gone? Like, what is Princess Peach like Superman in this?
Right. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I legit like that scene
I like
because
that.
because in the sense of like, I feel like if they did that every day, they would also got used to it. But it also explained like why she's so athletic so fast. He had to do all this every day.
Like,
You'll be
Also, but I
exhausted.
don't like how it basically make the Toads feel like babies who can't do anything for themselves.
that actually is more in line with the games. It feels than the
I
RPGs.
know, but I like the scene of the Toads holding spears and stuff. I'm like, they gotta do something.
Mhm. Yeah. Is what it is.
I'm just saying, they are war Toads, bro. They gotta be able to unclog their own toilet.
It's also weird that they had a whole Mario Galaxy movie, and then like it's just weird the things they chose to do and not do. Like Toad has his backpack from Captain Toad. Wouldn't it be like it would be kind of funny if he was like, "Oh yeah, we can just use my spaceship to go there," and Peter's like, "What? Yeah, I had a spaceship. I had a whole different adventure. I was a captain in space one time. That was a whole wild thing." But anyway, here we go. Let's get in here.
Yeah,
Like, you know
why
what I mean?
do
They
you think
don't.
I was in the kingdom in the beginning of the first movie? I was having my
Right,
own adventures.
right. I think like it's just weird that they don't. Like, because a lot of Mario stuff is silly, and they understand that, but they don't try to tie in lore in like silly ways and just kind of throw things at you without any rhyme or reason. But I think it's really cool. Just be like, oh, I was actually a space captain, but I retired here, so yeah. So here we go. Here's my ship. So that's Toad's adventure. It's just weird to have. Other than that, I don't know why Toad even went with Peach. It didn't really do anything. She could have just gone with the brothers, I guess. I guess she wanted them to stay behind, but
Mhm.
whatever.
Is what it is, audience.
Yep. So I guess, like we said, we're not really hooked on the brothers. So
That's true. Are you hooked on the princesses, audience? Let us know.
I'm sure somebody is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
they got films out here.
All right. But yeah, audience, that's our review of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, audience. Please give us a thumbs up, write a comment down below, and I guess we'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.